All right, guys. I know you guys are getting tired of the Liv Morgan and the Raquel Hernandez discussions, but however, y'all the ones that keep bringing it up. Y'all the ones that keep blowing up my phone about it. And, here I am talking about it. So trust me, I'm getting tired of their tire weighing. I really wish they didn't have this tag team push because it's really not a push. It's more like a show and tell or publicity stunt, if you ask me. But however, they're still wrestling, and that's good. But then what's bad is the fact that they're breaking up tag team divisions, and that's the problem. So if you look at this photo that I found, they have a history of breaking how can I say it? Breaking tag team stables. When it comes to a fraction, they don't stay still when they're facing Liv and Raquel. Okay, the first time they won the tag team championships, it was Becky and Trish, and when they lost, guess what? Trish attacked Becky the same way that Becky attacked Lyra, and that's sad. But hey, that was back when they were face. Now that they're heel, look what they're doing. Okay, of course, in the second you see that, Shania attacked Ronda Rousey, rightfully so. And the reason why was because, Ronda was, tearing up women, injuring women, abusing women. And Shania had to be one of those women to stand up for the women in the locker room. And that's the reason why she attacked her, not because of jealousy. It was because, abuse of power. She had to put a stop to that. So, because we all know Liv and Raquel would not beat Ronda and Shania, and that's a fact. But Shania had to be the helping hand. And that's why Liv and Raquel became second time women's tag team champion. Third time, it was because of Dom, okay? To lead to Naomi and Bianca and Jade Cargill's beef to get started, right? And the fourth time, we all know that story and I just mentioned. And yeah, man, Liv and Raquel are the reason why when you see these stable fractions, they end up breaking up because, unfortunately, I guess what they're trying to do is that they're trying to make it seem like it's a curse to face Liv and Raquel when you're in that ring. Like, when you're in that ring, you're in a ring with a frenemy, right? You're in a ring where you claim that you're with somebody that's your friend, but you come to realization that they're a snake, right? Finn Balor called Dominic Mysterio a snake, but guess what? Liv Morgan retweeted it. And because she retweeted that tweet with the snake emoji, there's a sign right there that she might betray Dom too. But the problem is it hasn't happened. And unfortunately, the people thinking that, Liv and Dom won't split until after SummerSlam. Look, that to me is a long ass wait. We were rather for them to stop all this at Money in the Bank. But I understand the buildup. And the buildup is, what can Finn Balor do to protect himself so that way he won't get done up like, what people are expecting him to be. Like, people are expecting he's going to get kicked out. But we haven't seen that yet. We have to wait till Monday and see if they're going to tolerate his bullshit. The only thing my recommendation for Finn Balor is that, just like the Wu-Tang Clan, protect your neck, metaphorically. So what's my suggestion? My suggestion is that what you should do is that you should go one by one and have a conversation with one of them, one by one. And the only person you could talk to at this moment is JD. That's your man's. You talk to him, okay? If you don't talk to him, he won't change. But you have to talk to him. Otherwise, it's not going to look good. Now, I know there's some rumors saying that JD came back because of Dom, but we have no confirmation of that, okay? I think he came back just because he came back, all right? Now, if we see a segment where JD came back and Finn did not know, okay, but let's not sit here and act like Dom was on the phone. Let's just say that Dom did call up JD and say, "Hey, man, come back and help me with my match against Penta." Yeah, cool. All right, man, I'll come through. And then they ended right there. But there's no conversation where you told him that you was going to replace him with Penta. Now, if JD finds out that that's true, then unfortunately, Dom, you two are not on the same page. Now that you got JD on Finn Balor's side, because of that, what's going to happen with Liv Morgan? What can Finn do to get Liv Morgan to say, fuck Dom, I don't want him no more because he's not a helping hand. He's not helping me no more. He don't want to help me in my matches no more. I'm about to start losing matches because of him. Well, if you didn't lose against Gigi and Tatum, then we really don't know what you mean by that. And you're probably going to face Soruka and Zyra, which we all know they're going to lose. And the reason why is because of the betrayal. Now, I hope they don't put the titles on the line because they're definitely going to lose. But if all of a sudden they do capture a win for the non-titles, that's good. But what's not good is the betrayal. Still, win or lose, Zyra's going to betray Soruka, and that's just bottom line, all right? She wants that North American title, and we know it, okay? She's about to go through what Liv Morgan went through in 2023, I believe, or 22. I got to look back at the date. But basically, she's going to go through what Liv Morgan went through with Rhea, sign a betrayal because we're not winning nothing, okay? So it's time to cut ties, and that's the only way we can do it. I hate that for Soruka because I don't want her to get injured. But knowing Zyra, she got the same blood as Rhea Ripley, all right? When things don't go your way, what do? You get them before they get you. That's what Rhea said in her interview, and that's what Zyra's going to stand by and run with it. So, but, yeah, man, the good thing is Gigi and Tatum didn't split. So that's a sign right there that they're not that Liv Morgan's it's not like Karrion Kross where experience theorists, you know what I mean? Like, Karrion Kross, he's just really great at it, but Liv Morgan, I don't know, man. Some people say she's a great analyst, but it's like, look, we really did not know these teams were going to betray each other, okay? Like what I just mentioned, Becky and Trish. When I was watching at that time, I didn't know Trish was going to betray Becky. I didn't know about that shit. I did not. I didn't even see the signs. The only sign I saw was that Lita got attacked. That was the only thing I saw. I didn't know. Listen, they didn't confirm that Trish Stratus attacked Lita. But whoever did it, it probably was Zoe Spark. But we never got a build-up or a storyline to that. Lita just exit out, just like Becky. I mean, not Becky, Bayley. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of weird, man, because that storyline was just weird, altogether. I mean, listen, it was a good rivalry, but I felt bad for Zoe because, she couldn't cut great promos at that time, but she was by Trish's side. And then eventually she betrayed her, but, again, that build-up was just weird, and I didn't really like that build-up at all. So Trish attacking Becky, it was just weird to us. And honestly, there was really no meaning behind it at all, So it really wasn't Liv Morgan. Liv Morgan didn't say nothing about that. So if she predicted that, shit, it didn't really, we didn't know about it. So what are you saying? And we didn't get no confirmation of you talking about it. So what are we getting at here? Now, okay, so we're going to leave that alone. But Ronda and Shania, I just told you, it was abuse of power. Shania attacked Ronda because of abuse of power. Okay? Now, I know y'all going to comment down below and say, no, it was because of jealousy. No, it was not. It was abuse of power. Ronda was being abusive towards the women in the locker room. You saw what she did to Raquel. You saw what she did to all the divas in the back. She literally was injuring people, including Liv. Liv couldn't, you think that arm injury from Rhea was something. She was getting arm injuries before Rhea. Like Ronda was literally trying to eliminate Extreme Rules and every other. Like she literally hurt her arm. She had to walk around with bandages just because it was that bad. She could not beat Ronda, and because she didn't have the skill to even face Ronda. Becky, Charlotte, they were able to face Ronda. It's just a shame that Raquel couldn't do much, but you're facing a former UFC fighter, an MMA fighter. What you expect? You can't face somebody like that. She could face anybody, no matter what size. She could face Piper Niven if she wanted to, just because she's that strong and that athletic. What you expect? I hated the fact that Raquel faced her because she was injured. But you got to remember that was the Vince McMahon era. So it is what it is. But yeah, man, I mean, that shit suck. I feel bad for all the women in the locker room because you're facing somebody that's 10 times stronger than you, faster than you, and have the skill of a fighting champion in you. You know? Now, some people would disagree, but if you saw Ronda back in the day, she was just in, like, I don't know if this is the right word for it, but she was indestructible. And the only person that could take her down was Shania because she had her background. You feel me? So, again, she was the only one to take down Ronda. Everybody else couldn't. Now, you could comment down below and say Becky and Charlotte, but when it comes down to them MMA skills, she had it. Shoot. Can you imagine Ronda Rousey versus Laura Vice? Ooh, wee. But yeah, man. I mean, I was happy when Liv and Raquel won that second round. I was happy because I didn't want to see Ronda beat Liv Morgan again. I didn't want that. So shout out to Shania Blazer for doing that. But however, that's twice that people have betrayed somebody because they get in the ring with Liv and Raquel. There's always this curse where if you get in the ring with them, you're going to lose. Not only you're going to lose, but your partner's not going to be loyal because of what? Either jealousy or some type of bullshit ass reason. I mean, and you know, if you want to talk about Naomi and Bianca, well, they didn't betray each other that day when Liv and Raquel become 3-time women's tag team champion. Like, and actually Dom was the reason why they won. Y'all saw the match. That's why I didn't react to it, because I knew Dom was going to help them win that tag team belts. Did they earn it? Man, listen, man, I ain't going to talk about that. But all I know is that them winning those belts was meaningless. Because when they won those belts, where was their competition? They won it just to show it off, but never faced anybody with it. The only match they had was at WrestleMania against Lyra and Becky when it should have been Lyra and Bayley. No. When it should have been Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross. But y'all didn't do that, did you? So it's just pointless, man. And everybody in that gauntlet match know they couldn't face Liv and Raquel, because even if you did, your partner would have betrayed you. I'm sorry to say it. Except KC, they're good. They're good. They're not gonna. There's no way I can see Karrion Carter betraying Kyle Chance. I can't see it. Okay, I can't see it. They're true blood sisters. You know, like black and white love. Love, sisterhood. Ain't no way in hell they're betraying each other. I'm sorry to say it. I can't see it. They're glued. You know what I mean? So they could have had a chance to face Liv and Raquel, but did they get that? No. You pick Lyra and Bayley because of the buildup. And guess what happened to Bayley? She get attacked. Here comes Becky. Backlash coming because they won. Now, instead of waiting till Backlash, you do it after WrestleMania, which I highly disagree with. You could have waited till Backlash, but everybody's saying, no, they should have never won. They should have never won. It should have, Liv and Raquel should have retained. Who gives a fuck? Oh, I know who gave a fuck. The Liv and Dom fans. Because you motherfuckers are the reason why Triple H reversed his decision. Now Liv and Raquel are 4-time when you could have waited until Backlash. It's just ridiculous, man. It's so ridiculous. But I understand why y'all didn't want Becky to win that, but she won it for Lyra. And now she got to betray her because of y'all. Now, I know it could have happened either way, but you couldn't wait till Backlash? You couldn't wait till May 10th? Really? God damn it, man. But let me just say this, man. Because I've already spoke about 3 and 4. Yes, they are 4-time women's champions. But let's not sit here and act like they're the only tag team in the whole history. Like they're the only women's tag team in history. Let's not act like we don't remember the Bella Twins. They're the only team that we know, that we grew up to, that was willing to be a tag team. And if they would have had those tag team belts at that time, they would have won it. They wouldn't have to be women. They wouldn't have to be Divas champion. They wouldn't have to be women's champion. They wouldn't have to be. They would have been women's tag team champion. They would have, if they would have had those belts at that time. But they didn't. And now I'm starting to realize that maybe Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross shouldn't go after those titles. Maybe it should be the Bella Twins, because they never won it before. It will make a lot of sense if they win it. And that's why when Evolution happens at July 5th, it should be Liv Morgan and Raquel versus the Bella Twins for the Women's Tag Team Championships, because it will make a lot of sense. And whether you like it or not, people want Alexa Bliss as United States Champion, Intercontinental Champion, WWE Women's Champion, Women's World Champion. That's what they want. They don't want Alexa Bliss as Tag Team Champion. Everybody in the comments saying that Zelina Vega's next challenger should be Alexa Bliss or Roxanne Paredes. That's what they're saying. So if that's the case, then go ahead. Even G-Man agreed that he brought this up. He said Alexa Bliss and Zelina Vega should be for that title. But what if Liv Morgan interferes in that match? Then what do we do then? Because you can't have Liv Morgan as double champion and Raquel can't be. That's not fair. You can't have Raquel as, we gotta think, because if Becky Lynch become Intercontinental Champion, then nobody's gonna take that title. Only Liv Morgan can, because she needs something to prove. So what you gotta prove? You gotta prove to Becky Lynch that you can beat her, because you're going around here telling people that you retire her, but she came back in 10 months. That's not a retirement. She got to be gone for 10 years. 10 months don't count. It's more like a vacation. So I don't know, man. I mean, listen, if they can make it up and say, hey, we want Liv Morgan to go after the United States title and we want Raquel to go after the Intercontinental title, and until that way they could be double champ. They both could be double champions. That's great. But I don't see that happening, because it's either one or the other. You either got to give up the tag team titles and go after the mid-card titles, or you got to, you could continue to be tag team champions and win no mid-card titles. Because I don't want Liv Morgan as double champion and then Raquel gets nothing. It just won't happen. Unless, of course, you're going to do something like this. Okay, Liv Morgan be double champion, and then Raquel betrays Liv Morgan for the Intercontinental title. That could be something, except would the crowd accept it? Would they accept the fact that Raquel wants that Intercontinental title because she keep losing it because of Liv Morgan, and she wants to show people that she can be champion, and the only way she could be champion is if she beat Liv Morgan for that title. It's just like with Nia Jax and Alexa Bliss, okay? They were a team until Nia Jax said, I had enough. I want that title. Take the title away from Alexa Bliss, and now she's the first ever women's WWE Women's Champion. Rightfully so. That could happen. And it will be a great story for Raquel, because then she could win her first ever singles title. And she beat it off her best friend, which, if anything, Liv Morgan should be happy for her, because she elevated her. That to me, that's a friend. If your friend takes this title and she wants you to face her for it, and you beat her for it, and you earned it by working and working and putting in the grind and putting in the performance for that gold, that's great, because now people see that they not only put on a great match, but they also did it out of friendly competition. That's a friend. Now if they give the belt to Raquel and and Liv Morgan and Liv Morgan put on a great performance, then at that point we have to sit here and say that that was one of the greatest matches of all time, because you see two friends fighting for gold and look how it turned out. The person that gets all the opportunities in the world gave the opportunity to the person that only had one shot. Do not get your chance to blow. It's opportunity, though. Once in a lifetime, you better lose yourself in the music. No, I'm playing. But I'm serious about the opportunity. Okay? Raquel only got one shot. Liv Morgan gets plenty of shots. So if we could get a story like that, where Liv Morgan becomes Intercontinental Champion and Raquel wants that belt, I think that would be a great story for her to win it. Why not? My best friend got the belt and I want it. Because it's just like with Batista and Triple H. When Randy Orton got kicked out, it was up to Batista if he wanted to stay loyal. So what did he do? They tried to get him to go to SmackDown. He wasn't going. He wanted to stay on Raw and face Triple H for the World Heavyweight Championship. And look what happened. He became World Heavyweight Champion at WrestleMania, was it 22 or 21? No, I think it's 21. Yeah. So, yeah, that's the story to tell. Raquel getting her first ever singles title the same way that Selena won it. I think that would be a great thing for Raquel. And then hopefully after that, Liv Morgan can go after the main title, and that's the Women's World Championship or the WWE Women's Championship. If that happens, that's a great story to end all this Judgment Day rival, because now everybody's going their separate ways at that point. All right? No more Judgment Day. Everybody's going their separate ways. You know? So to me, that's a great moment to tell, and I hope we get this hit. I hope we get to see that storyline. But I hate the fact that people think that Liv and Raquel are just unbreakable and there's no ego in between them. No, there is ego. Liv Morgan got plenty of it. Raquel, well, she don't want to see it. She literally said it in Chris Band that she don't want to see these two break up. But the problem is, Raquel, is that you got people reversing questions saying that you're holding Liv Morgan back. You know that's not true. Liv Morgan's holding you back because she wants your protection when she's facing motherfuckers that she's beefing with. You know what I'm saying? Because you see what's going on. Okay? Liv Morgan's starting beefs with people and you're just riding along and you got to clean up her mess. You and Dom. Like, it's just like, listen, Liv is literally going around here dissing people like Maxine and Soruka and Zyra, dissing NXT stars, and you're with her. When you and her haven't been in NXT in a long time. You haven't been in NXT since the end of time. You feel me? So to see y'all do this, I don't know. I just feel like they're shitting on NXT, man, because they haven't been at NXT since my birthday. And they come back and face Chemical X, a team that never won anything. Gigi won something, but Tatum never won anything. You think that's fair? That's not fair. How is that fair? I don't think that's fair to me. It really isn't. But they're going to probably come back. And the reason why they're going to come back is because of Soruka and Zyra. So they're most likely going to face them in a tag team match. I just hope it's not for the titles. At least I hope not. Otherwise, we ain't going to have a good match. I don't even want to watch it. But yeah, man. Just think about what I said about the storyline. Like, if we could get that Alexa Bliss versus Nia Jax storyline, then we got ourselves a match. Like, I really want Raquel to beat Liv Morgan like she did on SmackDown in 2022 or 23. Because, like I said, Raquel only got one shot. If she don't beat Liv Morgan, I don't care if it's for the title or not. If she don't beat Liv Morgan by herself, I mean, even if you have Carlito, like, can you have Carlito? If you have Carlito by your corner, You could get an easy shot at this. Because, look, it's fair, right? Dom's always by Liv Morgan's corner. So why not have Carlito be by your corner to help you win? He can help you win the Intercontinental title if Liv Morgan becomes Intercontinental Champion. Right? It's only fair. If Dom can help Liv, Carlito can help Raquel. It makes sense. And then hopefully they can carry a storyline right there. I think it should be. I think it makes sense. I just hope people still call Carlito's name after that, because Liv Morgan call him something else. I just hope people continue to call him Carlito instead of calling him, the Nickelodeon character. At least I hope so. But knowing Liv Morgan, she's going to call him that, because she don't give a fuck about him. Don't even respect him. That's the sad part about it. But it's a shame when you got young people like that dissing OGs because, they're just playing their role, So stupid. But and like I said, I could go on and on and on about this, but you guys know the truth. And the truth is, Liv and Raquel, they're not the greatest tag team of all time. Just because they won it 4 times don't mean nothing when you got people like the Bella Twins that have put these people on. You get what I'm saying? Like, the Bella Twins are like the mothers of this shit. They're like the role models of this shit. They're the reason why all these female teams team up, And you can argue about it in the comment box, but the Bella Twins are the OGs to this. And I won't be surprised if they pull up to take those titles away from them at Evolution. I hope it be at Evolution. So that way they can elevate and continue to pass on new talent to help them, get up to where they need to go. Because Liv Morgan and Raquel don't give a damn about these tag team divisions. That's why every time somebody faced them, they end up breaking up. Because they think they're better than everybody, which that's not true. People don't even talk about you guys. You barely do interviews. You barely do shit. You walk around with your titles and you give everybody your ass to kiss. Well, not Raquel, but Liv Morgan. And it's just like, you don't do shit. This is more about Liv Morgan than it is about the whole group. You see more Liv and Dom interviews than you see more Liv and Raquel interviews. It's only like 2 or 3. That's not enough. It's not enough. And it makes no sense. You can't call them the greatest tag team if they're not moving like a tag team. You call them a tag team, but what they're doing is not tag team related. It's all about one person, and that's Liv Morgan. It's just like Evolution. It's not about the whole group. It's about Triple H. You thought it was about Flair, Batista, and Orton? No, it's about Hunter. And that's what it is. So, are you worried about the Bella Twins betraying each other? No, dude, that was one time. And that was because of Stephanie McMahon. It was one time. It's never going to happen again. All right? Nikki's not going to betray Brie, and Brie is not going to betray Nikki. It's not going to happen. They're too old for betrayals. They're not going to do it again. They're blood. All right? It was just that one-time deal. It's not going to happen again. All right? I like to see Alexa Bliss and Nikki to take the titles away from Liv and Raquel, but if they win the titles, what they going to do with it? That's the problem. And I don't trust Nikki, because what if Nikki betray Alexa? I don't know what will be the reason at that point. What would make sense out of that? So I say let the Bella Twins go after them. That's the only group I could think of that could take the titles away. And people voted on it. And people want to see the Bellas go after, Liv and Raquel. Because they never won it before, and they can elevate the titles. Way better than Liv and Raquel can. Because Liv and Raquel don't respect the titles. And they clearly don't use it responsibly. And they have no competition, because every time somebody get in the ring with them, they end up breaking up. Every group that get in the ring with them, they break up. Except Gigi and Tatum, thank God. But still, it's just pointless. So I say let the Bellas take over. Let the OGs take over. It's only fair. And I hope they don't get no backlash if they win it. At least I hope so. So But get in the comment box and let me know how y'all feel about this picture, man. Is it dangerous to get in the ring with Liv and Raquel? Is it safe to get in the ring with Liv and Raquel? Can you trust your partner if you get in the ring with Liv and Raquel? Like I said, the Bella Twins, they can trust each other because they're family. They're sisters. They're blood, you know? So, what do you guys think, man? Do you think there's any competition against Liv and Raquel? Is it even worth putting the titles on them and keeping it to the point where there's no competition? If they got no competition and they got to go to NXT to get it, then they're going to separate the whole tag team division just because. For what? For a push? You're not going to tell me that's worth getting in the ring with. Matter of fact, I know it's not. The energy that you're putting out in that ring, that will come back to you. I'm telling you. Now, so they're not alone in this. There's always going to be that one partner that's just going to be so jealous of your success that they're going to destroy your success. You know? So if you think that your partner is trustworthy to the point where they won't betray you, then you're not thinking. Because Jay will tell you, you know, they say, like, you know, keep your friends close, but keep your enemies closer. I don't know if that's the right quote, but it just seems like the people that betray you is your friends. And unfortunately, Liv and Raquel are friends. I just hope that Liv Morgan betrays Raquel because we all know that this is all about her and not about Raquel. Well, not even just about, no, I'm sorry. It's not about the group. It's not about the team. It's about Liv Morgan. It always has been and always will be. If they ever team up again. If we can't get an interview with these two and you still want to interview Liv Morgan, then you know what the answer is. You know who this is about. You know what the reputation is about. I keep getting videos of Liv and Dom together doing activities while Liv and Raquel gets none of that. So how is this a tag team? When nobody cares about this tag team. When they're only calling the fake-ass relationship, but they're not calling the true friendship. That's what this is about. This is about a fake-ass relationship and not about a true friendship. And that's why we want the titles off their back, because this is not about them. This is about one of them, and that's Liv Morgan. Okay? So, get in the comment box and discuss, man. What we gonna do? Who they gonna face? I say the Bella Twins. What do y'all say? Y'all comment down below, let me know. And like, comment, subscribe, share if you're new, and I'll catch y'all in the next one, all right? Whew, we got a long way, man. Pray for Raquel, man. I'm out.